Today's news. Group of journalists detained while they were filming in front of the Presidential Administration building. Open Society Institute holds event regarding media programs supported by the Institute. Sabirabad residents attain a meeting at Presidential Administration. Book dedicated to obtaining information in military sector published.
Today, July 20, a group of journalists were subjected to harassment by the guards of the Presidential Administration. The guards hindered the journalists' work. The Institute for Reporters, Freedom and Safety and Run Information Agency employees, Jared Gurbanov and Mehman Hüseyinov, Radio Liberty correspondent Abbas Atalay, and the Bizimyol newspaper correspondent Hacı Zeynalov were detained by the guards when they were taking pictures and filming the protests held by Sabirabad region residents who suffered losses due to the flooding of the Kur River. The journalists were taken to the administrative building of the Presidential Administration, where they were told that they were not authorized to record the premises of the Presidential Administration. All the journalists' footage was checked. Anything that showed the administration building was erased. The journalists were then given warnings against filming the premises of the Presidential Administration.
On the eve of the 135-year anniversary of Azerbaijani media, the Open Society Institute Assistance Foundation, Azerbaijan, held a presentation ceremony at the Media Center for the results of the 2009 projects that were implemented within the framework of freedom of speech. Freedom of Speech Program Coordinator Roshan Bagirov said that as of 2002, the Open Society Institute Assistance Foundation has been financing initiatives related to mass media, freedom of speech, professionalism, regional press, and new media. Not all the projects supported by the Institute have been effective, the Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety Chairman Amin Hüseyinov stated. Hüseyinov talked about projects that were not implemented effectively to serve the media sector. The Open Society Institute Assistance Foundation has done a lot in supporting the freedom of speech in Azerbaijan, said Roshan Bagirov. The foundation financed different projects, including projects supporting journalists subjected to persecution, the creation of internet-based libraries, the freedom to obtain information, development of new internet media, and the freedom of expression. According to Bagirov, the Institute has financed projects within the framework of the freedom of speech in the amount of $1.179 million since 2002. In 2009, $140,000 were allocated to support media grant projects. The Open Society Institute played an important role in supporting the press and freedom of speech, said Media Rights Institute Director Rashid Hajillah. The Defense Fund for Freedom of Speech Executive Board Chairman Yadigar Mamadlı said that they decided to assist the families of imprisoned journalists Eymullah Fethulayev and bloggers Emin Milli and Adnan Hajizadeh on the eve of the 135-year anniversary of Azerbaijan's press. The Defense Fund for Freedom of Speech is financed by the Open Society Institute. On July 20th, a group of Sabirabad residents were successful in obtaining a meeting at the Presidential Administration despite the resistance of police and employees of the security service. There were about 100 of us. We went to the reception room and demanded a meeting with the President in order to tell him about the problems that were caused by the flooding in May. The reception demanded that we leave the building and wait for a response in the garden. A little later, 6 of us were invited in, and we were received by Dayanat Hüseyinov, said Sabirabad Region, Gesam Beyli Village resident Ilham Amiraslanov. The main reason for our dissatisfaction is that the compensation offered to us doesn't cover the extent of our losses. The government proposes to restore the destroyed houses and to pay 200 AZN to each family member. The houses that were partially destroyed will be restored and 300 AZN will be given to each family member, said Ilham Amiraslanov. These amounts are not accurate to the losses sustained because we also lost farm animals, farmland, and equipment, he said. According to Ilham Amiraslanov, at the end of the event, a decision was issued at the Ministry of Emergency Situations, Kamaluddin Haydarov, and a representative from the Presidential Administration will visit Sabirabad on July 21st to learn more about the situation there.
On July 20, the Doctoral Military Research Center of Journalists conducted a presentation for the book The Culture of Obtaining Information, the Practice of Azerbaijan and the World. The book stems from the project Development of Culture to Obtain Information in the Military Sector. The project was founded by the Open Society Institute Assistance Foundation. The event was held in the Azerbaijan Security and Defense Public Association. The project head and author of the book, the Doctoral Military Research Center of Journalists Chairman Jasur Sumeranli, said that the project started in August of 2000. 2009. He also noted that 4 debates and press conferences were held within the project's framework. According to Sumer, the book contains the different opinions and views that emerged during the project. In addition to the details and forecasts related to the culture of obtaining information in the military sector in Azerbaijan, the book also highlights the history of military media and the current situation and perspectives of the relationship between power structures and the mass media.